The Battle of Valutino, fought between Russia and France in 1812. A bloody battle of about 35,000 French against 25,000 Russian. This is a glorious NTW3 historical battle that I have for you today, guys, and I cannot wait to show it off. Yes, this is the Battle of Valutino, a scenario that was created by some of my subs who are members of the Discord. They decided they wanted to create this one. It's an awesome map. This is actually the Valutino map, and it looks awesome. And as you can see, we've got some cavalry coming in here. Russian infantry trying to gun them down. Looks like some Bavarian cav. Russian light infantry here forming square. Looks like these light infantry could form a square, but did not in time. It's actually a bit of a shame. But this cavalry looks like it's bitten off more than it can chew anyway. And it's going to get beaten back. So a very quick start, as you can see here, going on for the Russians and the French. We also got a 6-pounder here setting up. It's a big 6-pounder unit. But yes, so the objective of the French and the Russians, as you can see already, this building has fallen to the enemy. The objective of the French and the Russians is to hold these 2-pointer and 4-pointers here, which are supposedly key points on the road to Moscow. So I think like the road to Moscow, I presume, is back at like the 4-pointers, like where it starts. So the objective of the oh god, as we go through the map, yeah, the objective of the French is obviously to take the entirety of the like the road and all the points. The Russians have got to hold. The Russians only have to hold a mere one to be able to take, and you can see they've already taken one back. This grenadiers already been thrown in to take this building here. So the Russians basically just have to hold the buildings. The French have to take these 3 buildings. You got one down here in a place called Tumashino. You got one in somewhere else there. I don't know what that place is called. And you got a 4-pointer back there at the back of the map. So the Russians and the French are going to be battling hard for a couple of strong points. But if you're enjoying seeing NTW3 on the channel and would like to see some more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and comment, show support. As the cavalry runs down and takes out these guns here, so that's a good win there for the French, and the Russians sending in their dragoons to rout the cavalry. And the French infantry is surely just shooting its own cavalry as it retreats. I mean, in fairness, that's a fairly good reason to do it. I mean, cowardice is not accepted in this part of the world. But as you can see here, the French, I think this is Murat out here. Murat is already charging in as well, with cavalry going in, got like some lances here. Looks like Polish lances coming in, meddling with some dragoons here. But yeah, I believe we have Murat's corps. I think there's Ney, and there's also Juno, I think, is here. I'm not entirely sure who else. More cavalry coming in here. They're charging to the flank of these dragoons. Already routed one French unit. Can they do the same again? I mean, these infantry is just firing to the backs of its own dragoon unit. That can't be good. But yeah, it seems this Russian army here is going to kind of like hide in the forest, and it's going to try and survive in there. But we'll see how that does. But yeah, that cavalry seems to have done okay. I mean, the French are going to have less numbers because they have like an entire cavalry army, but they'll have the strong cavalry force because they have morale with them. See, the French have retaken this building, so the Russians are going to have to battle back hard to retake that. You can see here we got dragoons, got plenty of like Cossack units in here. Lots more infantry setting up over here as well. Lots more light infantry. I believe that the French have most of their armies on this road, and there's like one here, as you can see. It's like Murat's corps. It's like sort of dueling with the unit in the forest. And there's another one that's a little further back in like Tenin-Kova. So they are. It's still, that one's got quite a way to come still. But yeah, the French are like, there's like 2 armies here really kind of facing the single Russian. Looks like we've got a lot of like German units, all like Bavarian. So that's nice. Good to see a multicultural army, but here we go. Look at this Russian cav coming in, hitting this French square, and yeah, that Russian cav's been broken. Those Uhlans have gone very, very quickly. But the French kind of making headway. Look at this. I mean, I say that, and the Russians just hit hard with their dragoons right down the center of the formation. Are they going to hit this next one? They might as well cause as much havoc as they can. Got a Russian cav going in, trying to scare off the Cossacks. Looks like the Cossacks were unsuccessful anyway. Didn't really matter. The dragoons sort of carried on. This unit has formed square, but the dragoons carried on into the back lines. Look at that! Got focused fire at such close range, and there you go. The dragoons did in fact get broken. And we've got this is like Westphalia. I think this is Westphalia that's arrived, so maybe that's like to represent like Ney. Something I'm not entirely sure, but good to have them here. Good to have them here. And it seems like it's after a few charges, it's returning back to a line battle. Yeah, this is beautiful. This mod looks really, really beautiful. I just can't get over it. Yes, there's action going on all across the battlefield now. You can see that this Russian corps is coming in from like the north. You can see up here is now facing, it looks like the main Westphalian army. So the Westphalia Barsom Cav is going to hunker down in this forest, and it's going to endure the Russian army. I mean, this might be the weak point in the way to get in to take out Westphalia. They are surely weaker than their French allies, but I may be wrong. They may be able to hold their own. Seems like they're doing some damage to the Russians. They are taking quite a lot of casualties there. Yeah, the French are like seriously blobbing. Look at this. This is blob after blob of French infantry going wider and wider. There's a Russian army on the way. This army could do with hurrying itself up, getting itself to the front. Look at that. Line after line of Russians. Coming forward. Beautiful. And same here. I mean, it actually does look really nice. Really cinematic. I'll give it that. It looks good. But it seems like, yeah, I mean, the Russians barely able to hold on to this this area here. I mean, they don't really hold the region. They're going to send forward some more grenadiers. They're going to try and break through this line infantry and probably try and take the building. Yeah, so one unit needs to take the building, and another unit here is already routed. Wow. They're charging these infantry here. Jaeger, not Jaeger, the light infantry units here on their own. And what's this over here? We have Russian cav coming in again. Sneaky Uhlans trying to get in. I mean, they're trying to rout some of these Westphalian cav, but they have them covered. They have the French covered. Look at this, Russians sneaking in behind. And they have grenadiers here. Grenadiers, St. Petersburg forming up, and it seems like Russia is coming out of this forest and is going to try and flank the French. Not a bad move, to be fair. But I guess he's also kind of still worried about Murat. Plus coming in and hitting him hard, so they do need to be careful. France also needs to be careful as well, it doesn't get sandwiched. We have lots of line infantry coming across as well, they need more infantry here.
Our men are running, sir.
As you can see, the line battle. I mean, it seems like the Russians are a little bit thin on the ground, but here we go, we've got some dragoons coming in. They're going to try and hit their way through, smack it into this little Bavarian unit here. Around that, what will they go after next though? I mean, they've got all sorts to choose. There's also so much that could kill this one little dragoon unit. And in the end, it looks like it's going to get stopped by little Lancer unit of France. We've got more like Lancers. There's probably some cuirassiers back here. Yep, that's them there. And then we've got like a little Bavarian unit as well. So they've got plenty. And there you go. The dragoons were scared off as expected. There is another one coming in though. More dragoons. Endless dragoons. And there you go. They routed the little French lance unit that are dead to come forward. It seems like the French went in as well. Took out a Russian line. I don't know if you noticed the line actually. It's a little cavalry unit. So they took that out. But that's it. And look at this, Westphalia coming in. Lots of cavalry charges early game here. Lancers going in. Oh, they broke instantly. Wow. I am surprised. Like cavalry against infantry in no form, like no square formation, usually just absolutely destroys. But it doesn't seem like it is today. Westphalia over here is getting out positioned. A little bit of a plus there for Russia. They're doing a really good job. But yeah, these guys are, they just outnumber them, simple as. Westphalia clearly has just decided to not throw his entire army there to defend against Russia. Or it's not there, I don't know. Maybe just send up a few like units to hold them back while the rest of his army got ready. Who knows? I would have thought at this range the Russians aren't so good, but I may be wrong. I would have thought like Russian infantry, like apart from maybe some elite units or like light infantry units, probably don't have the greatest of accuracy. So I would have thought they want to get their line infantry much closer. But we'll see. Yeah, I mean, Murat's core's kind of like disappeared. I mean, it's not disappeared, it's now over here. It's probably in it, like every little corner, to be honest. Any cav unit could be Murat's core. It's a bit of a shame that we can't tell what is what. Like, what's under what core. I don't really, I can probably do the knowledge of, like, what the unit is. It's just what core it's under. It's kind of annoying commentary. But as you can see here, the Russian line infantry is now arriving. This will be a real nice reinforcement to the center.
Our men are running, sir.
A little Cossack unit here, routing some chasseurs cheval. Big win there for the Cossacks, really. I think they routed a much more superior cavalry unit there. And as they just keep killing off the French cavalry, eventually they'll get cav superiority fully, legitimately. And they're charging, I guess. Guess it's in here. I guess it's this fight here. Dragoons fighting the French. Is this French light infantry? No, it's French cavalry. Well, I don't know what I was thinking there. I looked at the French dragoons and thought they're Russian dragoons because they're in green. No, just that both sides have green cavalry. That'd be so confusing if you're actually on the battlefield. And there you go, another little like Ullen unit there being broken. That's a sad sight. Seems like the Russians have endless dragoons though, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of this Patrol unit seems to be being replenished, but like that. And look at this, the charge of the French cuirassiers. They're going to come for the Russian dragoons. They are. The Russian dragoons probably are outnumbered here and outmatched. But they have Russian honor and Russian fearlessness. They're doing okay, you know. They're actually doing okay.
Our men are running.
There's a fair few Russian, French cav drop. Maybe not enough though, because the Russians have been routed. We got a cuirassier unit back here. What's this chasing after? Those are dragoons. So they'll fight on a little bit. I imagine the cuirassiers will win that fight. The French still battling on here, and they kind of basically hold the center. They can keep bringing cav forward and just take it whenever they fancy. That proves it with the cuirassiers. Russians camouflaging in the green foliage. They knew that their Russian green uniforms were coming in handy. One day, at least one day, they were being mocked for it, and oh no, how that changed. Oh, I've gone past. I do apologise. We got French unit here. This might be a general. Oh, it is a general. I wonder if it's Ney. Maybe Ney, but Russia has actually been routed there. That's a shame because that's a good cuirassier unit. This unit's looking the wrong way. That's why you fight the French, sir. Turn around. Not one step back. We need to move this other army up, dude, the Russians, like the entirety of the army, get it moving. Whether Westphalia's here or not, you need to attack him. Or attack the area where he is, because they can get behind the French if they do that. See, the French are not going to let it happen. They're going to form. Well, they're going to charge my general, which is a shame. And there we go. The general has been killed. It's a sad, sad sight. What even is that caveat? I'm not even sure. It might be a hussar or a chasseur de cheval. But it's done its job. It's got in there and it's killed the gen. You can see here that the Russians sending forward more cav. We just had a little bit of lag there. It should have hopefully sorted itself out. And there we go, nice beautiful volley from the Frenchies. Always good to smell musket fire on a good day like today, especially in a historical battle. It's beautiful. And look at this, the Russians coming forward again. They come forward. They're going to threaten that French rear. I mean, we can't see what's in there, but I imagine there's a lot of French infantry in there. So, I mean, that's a good win if the Russians can get in behind. Westphalia seems to be set over here. He seems quite happy. Waiting for the Russians. But they're taking their time. I mean, this is what the French are as well. I would thought it'd be so much more aggressive. Because they've got to take not one, not two, but 3 buildings. They do hold technically 2 of them. But I thought they'd be a bit more aggressive for the 4th, get it over and done with. But I guess if they got to, both sides got to survive for 70 minutes, then like who cares who holds the building at this point? You want to hold it at the late game. There we go. We've got some cavalry coming out. Soon it's cuirasses. Yeah. Maybe not. No, it's not. It's not like cuirasses at all. It's Bavarians, and they're like getting trapped in their own units. It's such a mess. And look at that. More Russians being broken. French cavalry, nonetheless. It's an okay unit. It can form square though. Looks like Russia's in a real rough spot. Looks like it's in a real rough spot. Beautiful Russian lines fighting for their Tsar, for the motherland, for whatever their flag's called. Look at this, French getting shot on both sides. It's not good for morale. We're going to retreat this unit, which looks like it's a carabiner unit. It's a good unit. It's an elite unit. The line here, they're doing their bit as well. Still having to fight on. Seems like French having to form a bit of a right angle to combat this new threat of Russia. The Russia's kind of breaking in the sense, which is not good. And look at this. How did this get past? Just a big Olin unit is going to just take out, well, they're going to take out this French general who's also bizarrely back here. But we won't question it. How he's got back here, I don't know. No idea. No idea how he's got there. Yeah, it's not looking good for morale over this side. This Russian army is getting hammered. And look at this Westphalia's now arriving. Seems like the Russians have to go the long way around, go around this building just to avoid sniper fire, maybe, or just musket fire. I don't really know. Don't think there are that many cannons in Battlefield. Another combat going on, and it is going on over here. So we have those Bavarian cav, sorry, going back in. They're already harassing more Russians. They're just trying to come out of the forest and, you know, maybe fire a few volleys at the French and their allies. Nah, not allowed. But, I mean, they got a lot of time left of the Russians. They've got a lot of time left. French breaking here. It's not a good sign. This is 2 big cuirassy units back here. I think it is. Oh, it is as well. That's not good at all. When the French don't have anything as heavy as that anymore, those cuirasses got killed off in the woods. 2 Russian units are about to get killed off here. There's 1, there's 2. How many cuirassy units? Another unit. I didn't remember that. Yep, Russia looks like he's quite happy to hold here and just stop the French from going through. So all they've got to do is like a time limit thing for Russia. They just have to rely on a certain amount of time to make it through this battle. 7 minutes they need to wait. If they wait, then it's a draw for the Russians. It's nowhere not a lose, like a loss. It's just a draw, which I guess makes sense. So it's to a certain extent. French here still holding in their lines here. But look at this, the French cav way in behind. The cuirassiers here and there just gonna rout these Russian infantry. Probably here they're gonna do absolute work. I'm surprised these guys haven't already broken 49 men. They've done well to hold on. I mean, the Russians have the other unit here just waiting patiently, ready to go in. And here we go, we got some cav. In the back lines, they're going to rout some of these tiny little Russian units. They are defeated. The Russia needs reinforcements really, but there are none. There are none. It seems like Russia is running out of ideas. All these troops, I guess, probably helped come down that road, and now they're routing. Russia's got a pretty healthy force over on this left-hand side. As you can see, the right is just getting overwhelmed. Westphalia's starting to arrive with his stacks of infantry. Westphalia's got some nice looking troops. I mean, look at these guys, all in white. Kind of look like the Grenadiers of the line for France, but they're Westphalia's colours instead. Which you can see. The cuirassiers are still down there doing their bit. Picking off any unit that can't form square. These guys can only just not form square. And over here, as you can see, France has now just got this. Kind of like France's last hurdle. After this, there's not really a force that can stop the French. But here you go. Here goes some nice Uhlans. All these were crashes, but not their Uhlans. Form square here, that's really good. Line infantry can gun down these French infantry. French cavalry. Keep them at bay. That's what they have to do. Thing is, all these units are forming square for Russia. So they form square and they stop themselves getting charged by cavalry. Or they stand in their lines and they get charged by cavalry. Like, because they stay in their line, yeah, they can be able to manage to fight like the French infantry, but they can't fight. They can't fight like both at the same time. Basically, what I'm saying, like either they choose to die against one enemy or they choose to die against the other. The Russia's looking beautiful. I do like Russia's armies. Really, they look great. What we got out here? We got some like. Little cav unit, little dragoon unit is trying to deal with some Russians. We've got some guard here, look at this, lifeguard grenadiers, they're going to get dealt with. They can form square, and they definitely need to do so. Russia could do is get some of these troops to the front line. Here we go, got another little French unit here. Looks like some Bavarian cav maybe. He's doing the flank of the Russians here. Pretty decent charge. I think the French will break first. There you go, all the French unit will break first. Not technically French. But look at this, like Russia's like center kind of being absolutely destroyed. Tomasov is being annihilated. Are they all Tomasov? I think they might be. No, Chuchkov. That one's
the men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
I don't know how you say his name. I've definitely butchered that, but oh well. And the guns here anyway. He signs like this, gunning down his little unit. Oh, they actually routed. Wow, they routed the French. Oh, explosion going off there. Wow. And they did actually rout the Russians as well. So I guess kind of the objective was secured, but yeah. At what cost? Sappers there. They need to get back to the main army, dude. The Russians need to just kind of like join everything that they can up. It's like all these forces here. You just rejoin it, even if there's any more. Like, I don't think there is. I think that is it. We can see most of the Russians. So yeah, like the Sappers here, they probably want to try and rejoin it. And they're gonna try and maybe like break through somewhere in the French, the Westphalian lands, and just try and get back to their other Russian allies. There you got the Allies harassing the Russians. Look at this. The Russians are all like, we just want to go home. Leave us. And they're just getting stabbed to death by the cavalry already. I think looks like the Russians are actually going to be able to prevail and push back the cav, but I mean there's more infantry breaking here.
Our men are running, sir.
What have we got here? They've got like light infantry breaking. That's not a good sign. Here you go. Oh god. Here you go. Yeah, look at this. Russians breaking instantly on impact. Not a good fight. Not a good sign if the fight's going to carry on like that. Just instantly be broken on impact. But yeah, I mean, there's some hope over here for the Russians if they can sandwich these French forces. I mean, that could be dangerous as that French unit just disappears. Yeah, it seems like Russia over here has been kind of outpositioned, outmatched. Not like anything on the player. I just think like that's just like how the game's gone sometimes. And playing as Russia, it's always a tough one to face the French. It looks like the Russians are going to try and take these buildings. Even if they're not occupiable, they're just going to try and like use them as shelter, try and get in amongst the streets. It's not a bad idea, but it's not going to save this little unit here of Russians. It's one less line infantry of the Russians that is going to survive. Is this the Valutino? This looks very similar to this Valutino map to Berezina's map, but actually a little bit. I don't know, kind of like looking from this direction. This village, like the river going up the middle of the battlefield, looks very, very similar. I don't really know where this army is planning on going. I think it's just retreating across this river just to survive like a little bit longer. It's the only reason I can think that it's just doing that. Like it's just for sheer survival. But the French infantry here, I mean, it outnumbers the Russians, and that's never a good sign. Like, the Russians need the numbers to even give themselves a chance. But remember, the aim of the game is for the French to occupy all these buildings. I know that they occupied this one. I presume they have occupied this one at one point. So they just have to take the 4-pointer at the end of the road, and then they hold the road to Moscow. So the Russians don't necessarily need to win; they just need to hold those buildings. I was about to call them bridges, but they're not bridges. They're merely. So yes, they can't let this building fall into enemy hands. And you can see that the French are taking their time and getting there. Looks like they're quite happy to just kill the entirety of the Russians off. So, I mean, there's certainly one way of denying France from capturing it, or Russia sorry, from capturing it. And there you go. It's not a bad charge there. Oh, it's nasty. Oh, they have broken though. Wow, I say that as they break. They just needed a few concentrated volleys, and that was enough to take them out. But as you can see, Russia is desperately trying to get troops back across this river, and I presume then just link them up to that building. That's the aim of the game. I mean, they got some decent units. They got like the lifeguard. It's always a fancy, damn-looking unit. And you need to keep moving. You need to get back to the village. It seems like, yeah. I mean, this Russian army, I don't think he's going to make it. You can see that the French are kind of with their cav going to cut it off from the village. So that one, I don't know if it will make it. But the other one, over here, might do. I mean, the French, you can see, are trying to do the same, have the same idea. They're trying to use cuirassiers and other cavalry, trying to use it as a shield to stop really any Russians really from getting there. So it's not a bad play. We'll see whether it works. We will see whether it works. As you can see, I mean, the French is at the moment just taking their time, picking off shots against the Russians. It seems like the Russians can only, I mean, it seems like the French and the Russians can only cross in a few certain places. The Russians have made a decision to hold it, slow down the French a little bit more. Or maybe not. Maybe they just can't cross anywhere, because the French have just proved me wrong and just like just died into the river. So I'm going to say that you can probably just cross anywhere. As you can see, this cuirassier, I mean, don't know actually. I forget that I can't see what. I was gonna say, is it exhausted? Is it tired? Is it gonna actually have the energy to be able to beat the units? Oh, what's that going? I don't know. Don't know what I was doing. I guess getting out of range. I'm not really sure. Yeah, Russia getting broken here. Not a good sign. I'm kind of just gonna fast forward because it's not really. We're not seeing a battle right now. We're just seeing like a chase. And a chase is between France and Russia. And well, we know who the chasers are and who is the one being chased. That is for sure. Oh, it's gonna be tight actually. Seems like Russia may be able to get across actually. Yeah, it's actually already getting some light infantry across. It's the cuirassier unit is actually being kept at bay, sort of being kept at bay by the square. Maybe I'll stop this army instead now. I mean, that may in fact be better. Stopping this unit. I mean, it's going to be hard. They're going to need infantry up here, but I don't know why they didn't just put infantry on this road and run it up. The Westphalia is not far behind now. Keep moving, boy. Keep moving. And they're going to rear charge the Russians here. Some pretty good charging. There's one gone. Can they break the other? I mean, this is it's like a cuirassier unit here, I guess, for the Westphalians. I don't know what it is. Maybe like the Garde du Corps. I don't know. I don't know if like they have that. That may be a Confederation of the Rhine thing exclusively. They look like they're going to break that unit as well. That's not a good sign. And then it seems like well, it doesn't look like any Russian units who are going to got to the town. Yeah, look at this. These guys been cut off by the French cav. Not a good sign. I mean, now they can get surrounded by Westphalians. There are Russians still here, but they're not going to pay the those Westphalians aren't paying them any attention. They need to get some troops to the front lines. I mean, yeah, I'm by troops to the front lines. I mean France. France has just got cavalry up here, which I mean can work, but much more effective they got infantry up here. I mean, certainly it's fine when Russia's forming those sorts of formations. What was that formation? Bagavuz light infantry need to learn some square formations. They can form, can't even form square as well, actually. So maybe they were trying and failed desperately. That was their maybe desperate attempt to do so. I mean, they want to strike now. It is line infantry before he rushes into the building. Got here Grenadiers, Pavlovs. Oh, these are the guys with the funny old hats. This is a nasty unit as well. Want to get that in the building. They gotta just hold on. I mean, they've got a long time to hold on. 30 minutes. Can they do it? I don't know. I don't know with this little amount of men. And it seems like no generals. All support. I mean, what we got back there? We got like 3rd Jaegers, like a few, like there's an artillery piece. There's an infantry unit here as well, actually. So, you know, they've got a few things scattered around. Maybe they're going to try and retake. Oh, they have as well. Wow, look at that. They have retaken this building over here of Russia. So, I mean, technically, because they hold this building, this means there's a draw. So, even if the French troops come and take this one, they're going to have to come back and take this one. Oh, so that's a pain there for the French. They still hold this building over here. It's like Portuguese or something that's holding that building. So that's obviously a pretty annoying sight there for the French. They probably just march all the way across this battlefield and then realize they're going to have to march all the way back at some point. But the Russians don't care. They want to win. They've got to, and to win they have to be annoying and do things like this. Wars aren't won by being not annoying, I guess is how I can put that. And now they're just going to try and gun down anything that gets too close. I mean, hopefully, I don't know, maybe some of these guys like Grenadiers. I still think these guys might be some like sort of Grenadier unit. They're gonna need them anyway to storm this building. And the Russians, do you know what? They're going to get back with like 7 units. Not too bad. That's actually, you know, that's not too bad. Is that general though? So they just get a little bit close though as their general was fair. They may want to get him back. You don't want him just to get routed or shot. Oh, look at this. The French have got something very, very close. What is this? Is this general? No, it's just a Cavalry unit. Alright, it's just got left behind. Maybe that's got a job. The first job was softening up this building, trying to retake that. Which, it's not a bad idea. There's still that unit in here. I was going to say, I might want to move towards that house. Try and slow down the French a little bit more. Oh, this is not looking good, though. What is going on here? What's this setup? This is the guard unit as well. A guard unit, I think. Grenadieri. I recognize the name. For some reason I feel like this is a guard unit, but maybe it's not. But even so, it's a good Grenadier unit. And there, it's like, you need to turn around and get shooting. Turn around and get go. Oh, and now they're friendly fire Russia. I know you're Russia, but you don't have to do friendly fire all the time. It's not 1941. Stalin hasn't ordered you to gun anyone down just yet. There's a lot of Grenadiers left, actually. They preserved a lot of their good stuff, at least. Unfortunately, there's not many of the Grenadiers can form square. Bar Grenadiers of St. Petersburg, which they have 2 of. Actually, they're lifeguard Grenadiers, kind of course. And, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to take that back. Most of their Grenadiers can form squares. Only these ones that can't. Even their line infantry can. But there you go. A nice volley into the French puppets that is Westphalia. Look at this man here being dragged along by his horse. What a sad sight. Some more French units starting to arrive though to deal with the Russians. Suddenly got line infantry back here. This might be like a routed unit that then rallied. I'm not really sure. But that's mainly not the end of the world. Yep, I mean it's a tough one for Russia. I don't really know what they did wrong. To be honest, I can't really like pick someone out and say Russia, you did really badly here. Maybe I'm just not that mean today. I can't think of anything. I think this is a tough fight because there's some combat over here. Oh right, there's a little like line infantry unit that's returned. But yeah, the Russian like army here had to face like 2 French armies like straight off the bat. That's not fun for the Russians. I don't know. Maybe the army over here, like in the woods, could have done maybe some more damage, but then it's kind of getting checked by Westphalia. I think the French was in a really strong position. It was just going to be really tough for the Russians. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, but I think yeah, unfortunately, I think the Russians were just not doomed to lose, but it was just going to be a really tough one for them to actually beat the French. I mean, I think the way that they were going to win, if they're going to be able to win, is to just hold the villages. They may still do it. I mean, there's a lot of time still left, but it does seem like the French are making too much movement really to take this building. Like, yes, they're moving in the right direction to take it, but not that quickly. And they still got the other one to go back and take, which, my ad, is not going to be easy to take. I mean, it's just some infantry, but even still, it's Russian infantry, healthy Russian infantry. See the French bring... Oh, so the Grenadiers are the line that they may do the job. Why do they just pulled them out then? Maybe out of, like, one of the buildings back here? That was a great, like, sort of, asset you can just pull out of the hat, though. Just go, right, that's what we're going to do. That's how we're going to take this, building. You can see the Russians kind of getting gunned down over there, poor boys. Getting gunned down. It's a sad sight. But it's honest work for the Emperor's men. I mean, they're about to get fully enveloped here, which is going to be a sad sight. They're just going to get gunned down from every angle, but it's an inevitable fate, really, for the Russians. The Guard are going to get called into action very, very soon. Beautiful looking men. Do your Emperor proud. Do your Tsar proud. These Grenadiers, they're going to break very, very soon. They're not liking the amount of casualties they're taking. I do kind of like Westphalia's uniform though. The white and the blue, I'm a big fan of. I've actually rallied as well, these Russians. They're doing quite well. I mean, if one unit charges this Grenadier, they probably get through, but I mean, it's the Grenadiers after it's the issue. Here we go though, the Guard get called into action. Gotta get called into action. Here come the French. Can they really beat the Guard, the Russian Guard in action? I don't believe they can. Look at this. Look at this. How dare you even think that you could beat the Russian Guard? These men could defend the Kremlin. They've seen harder men than you. Actually, I say that they could. Oh, they're just about to get broken here. No, my boys! Rally! Be broken over the line infantry. They certainly can't retreat, I don't think. They will get gunned down. Oh no, they kind of like show themselves into the open. Oh, they're going to try it. They're going to try it. It's a risk. But this is the weak spot right now. It's where these Grenadiers of St. Petersburg, and they're going the Guard, and they broke instantly. No, you cowards! You'll be shot for your cowardice. Got another Grenadier unit here, the Pavlovs. You're gonna have to do a bit, but you can see there's already cuirassiers waiting to come in. They can just sense death is on the way for this Russian army. I mean, I don't know why they're really coming in. One unit here can form square, and he decided not to form square. Why? Grenadiers with funny hats. Could have been safe. Could have been safe. I mean, they still got to take this building. His next job, the Grenadiers, Pavlovsk and there are looking relatively healthy. That is the next job, and they are actually storming the building of the French. Look at this. It looks like the Grenadiers are of the line are going to retake this building. By the looks of it, yeah, losing combat of these infantry here. What's this unit? Is it more Grenadiers of the line? Well, there's like a little Bavarian unit. I don't know exactly what unit exactly it does, but we'll find out probably at some point, maybe. Are they sending this around? No. Morale would say they are, but I don't think they are. Are they storming this building over here now? Oh my gosh, it's gone very, very framey. I don't know why. There you go. I think it's just 'cause there's so many infantry like trying to get into this one building. I'm not really sure. Combat winning Grenadiers, yeah, these Grenadiers Pavlovsk are probably gonna win for a little while. I mean, I say that, but like, look at them. They're like trying to hold back like 100 or so like heavily armed Grenadiers with bayonets. There you go. That's the Grenadiers being winning over there for the French. So they got that one back. So that one's not going to take too much longer to hold on to. It's just this one needed now, and then the road to Moscow is open. Looks like they're being routed. That's one goal winning. I mean, the Grenadiers are still winning decisively. They've broken one Grenadier though. Oh god, it's so framey when you like zoom in that I'm gonna just hold off doing that. Don't know why it's all of a sudden gone very, very framey doing that. I don't know, maybe it's just because there is a lot of troops trying to storm that one building. I'm not really sure. It seems like the Grenadiers are going to win that fight. Like, for the Russians are going to win that fight. I mean, I presume that the Westphalian troops are Grenadiers as well. It's quite even on morale. Yeah, look at that. Morale's go away. Look at that. They're just going to push this unit out. Oh, and then in go the French troops. Okay. Actually, it looks like they actually retreated their infantry, and they can send in like fresh infantry. Oh god, yeah, that's not good. That's not so good. But there you go. That is kind of like the fight. I'm just going to fast forward now, as we just kind of wait for the Russians to break. And there we go. The Russians knocked out the Westphalians. Fair enough.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
They have taken the building. Finally, Westphalia and France hold it. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of the fight now, I guess. The Russians are just going to kind of throw what they have left. And just taking the buildings. But it's kind of a bit of an anticlimactic ending. I was kind of expecting maybe the Russians to make a desperate last stand somewhere. But they kind of did. And then like we've got to like now mop up these like little units, like the sappers here. These 22 brave men that are just like, what do we do? We just go. They probably should have got over to that building. Sappers are kind of like grenadier units. They are pretty good in combat. They probably would have been pretty useful. But yeah, they're going to get shot up in a moment. These skirmishes will probably just gun them down. We will see. But yeah, it's been a fun one, guys. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. This has been the Battle of Valutino. It's certainly been a very, very fun one. And it looks like it's going to end yet with a tiny little Russian charge and a tiny little... Oh, maybe not. There's another unit over here. But yeah, if you have enjoyed and you do want to see more historical battles, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support, as always, is very much appreciated. And yes, there you go. The battle is over. So yeah, thank you to Johnny the Buffoon for sending this one in. It was a very, very good one. Well done to Duke and for Horatius and Angry Peasant for all like fighting on hard for the motherland, and unfortunately it was just not enough. But yeah, well done to Don, Fork number 2, to Jaku, and to Sniper Smith UK. All did really, really well as the French. Some good players here today for this one, so it's going to always be a tough one. But Johnny doing pretty well actually for the Russians. I mean, Johnny always does well in these NTW3 battles, but Johnny doing really well for the Russians, getting over 1,100 kills, which is pretty impressive. Some of the other like Russian army's not getting anywhere near that, like getting less than 500, unfortunately, in some cases. But yeah, and well done to Sniper, to Jakku, to Fork, all getting like over 1200 as well. Don coming in with over 1000, but still doing pretty well. But yeah, we'll quickly look at some of the unit stats. I mean, 128 kills for these Grenadiers, pretty good. 128 for the Dragoons, 107 for these like light infantry. But yeah, nothing too insane, because well, Russia's just kind of get his ass handed to it a little bit today. But there you go, that is the Battle of Valutino. I hope you guys did enjoy, and feel free to support the channel. Feel free to join the Discord as well. The link is always in the description. And until next time, I will see you in the next one.